guys, it's Jacqie Crafty. Welcome to my stop on the Steppin' Up school hop that we have going on. The theme is stepping up this year. So a lot of people, ways you had to step up as a family, your kids stepped up, something they accomplished, their kicks specifically for school as their backpack, something. I am going to scrapbook this page, this picture of my son. He had to learn how to do homework at home. It was the first time doing homework this year. Let's see, what was that? Was that first grade? I'm gonna have to look this up. Might have been first grade. And while he was being frustrated that he had to stop playing and do his homework at home, he wiped his forehead, what he thought was the back of the marker, and it was right on his forehead. So I already know I'm going to title this Homework Hazards because that was the way he stepped up. He learned that he had to do homework, and he actually did a very good job. It was very minimal. It was first grade or kindergarten. I'm pretty sure it was first grade. So it was very, very minimal, but he had to do some. So it was something. I am going to play with my lovely Journals for Life kit that I got. I guess technically I didn't get the kit because I didn't get the actual notebook, but I got everything else that goes with the kit besides the notebook. But I'm going to do it in 12 by 12 format. I haven't figured out what I want my big background paper to be, but I'm also going to use this sketch, which is one they released roughly when I think that they released this kit, the school kit. So I'm super excited to play with that. I also have these old Stickabilities stickers just to see if I can incorporate any of them. I'm not planning on it for sure, or there isn't one that's sticking out to me, but thought about it. So I have a lot of good stuff to scrapbook, a lot of things to do. I also got this awesome tag from her, which was super cool. So I might try and incorporate that. We'll see. But yeah, that's where we're at. So let's get started. So I was completely wrong. This is actually kindergarten. I remember we had to do stuff like a couple times a week. He'd bring home things for kindergarten in the beginning. So I'll circle back to that when I start stamping the title, because I started stamping and then looked it up, so I almost made a huge boo-boo. So we just worked the title a little bit differently. But I'm grabbing the papers from Journals for Life, and I am trying to go through and pick out which ones I like. I come across the notebook one with this nice little rainbow on the bottom, and then this number one I really, really like. Because we're doing homework, I figured the numbers would work really, really well. So how am I going to make this a 12 by 12? So I'm going to basically make this like a miniature layout inside of a layout, right? So I'm taking the sketch and I'm going to do everything that I can do with the sketch in this little square, and then I will put it on bigger pieces of paper. So I used some black scraps, just some scraps of paper that I had to kind of hold them together. And this is why I never throw away just those like skinny strips of black cardstock or white cardstock. I just noticed my black cardstock was a bigger pile than my white cardstock. So I just kind of glued them to the back so I can hold on to it like it's one whole piece and I have to worry about the pages like moving around. So I'm trimming down my photo. I grabbed this polka dot 6x6 pad from, I believe, Echo Park, right? From Journals for Life during her Labor Day sale as well. And it worked perfect because I really like this kind of like pale turquoisey teal color. And so I matte my photo in white and then black, and then in that turquoisey teal color, the tone on tone dot. And then now I'm working on that circular element. So I'm going through this 6x6 pad of the school papers from, is that Echo Park or Cartabella? Cartabella, I believe. And I decide on the like chalkboard handwriting pattern. So I'm going to make that my circle, and I'm loving the way this looks, tucking that tag in behind there. I plan on doing my journaling on the right side of the photo there. I'm going to adhere that to the circle, and then I decide to pop all of that on foam, but I won't adhere it to the two Traveler's Notebook size papers yet until I get the whole background figured out. So I'm trying to figure out what papers I want to put this on, and I go through the rest of the things that are like in my How to Kill a Kit list style, trying to figure out if I want to incorporate reds, what I want to do. And then I still have this piece from Dear Lizzie that I end up gravitating to, and some craft cardstock, and I'm like, ooh, it's turquoise, this will match. and it does so nicely. And then I have the craft cardstock as well, and I really, really like that. So we're going to do like layer, 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 frame, frame, frame. So I am trimming down the craft cardstock, and unfortunately I had both the 12 by 12 stacked together and I didn't realize it. So I trimmed both of them down to 10 by 10, which was not my intent, but I did. And then I'm going to gut part of this Dear Lizzie paper because I don't want to take the whole thing with me. I still want some of the floral pattern on the back, which I actually used in a layout, I think on day 12 for, for Scraptember and How to Kill and 30 Days of Sketches, the thing going on this every day this month. So if you want to see what I did with that floral paper, you can check that out. But there, I'm loving the way that looks. And so now I'm going to glue these two Traveler's Notebooks into the middle, and now I can pop all of this on foam and also get it down. But before I glue it down, I am going to ink the edges of my tag, which is some Distress Oxide and soot, black soot, just to give, so it stands out a little bit from that, a little bit more, I should say, from that patterned paper. And then I'm going to play with the embellishments that came in the kit. So I have this thinner, it's not quite twine, it's like a thread, but it's only like a 2 thread. So I fold it over on itself a bunch of times and then put it through and then cut it so then it's more tassel-y, if that makes sense. I need to get some just black twine. I always run out of baker's twine in black, or embroidery thread in black. And I want to play with a little bit of everything that came from Journals for Life. So I also grab out the washi tape and create a washi border. So now that's what I was talking about when I said borders and borders and borders, or frames on frames on frames. And I really like that too because it brings some of the black to the outside, since I have so much of it in the inside, and that dark circle kind of spreads it out and doesn't make it so like your eye go to that black circle, that chalkboard. I really like that. And then you get all the little critters. So I'm going to go ahead and use pine needles to stamp, and I'm going to stamp using my LA Studio Jane Alpha's Homework Hazards. It goes completely not straight, even though I have lines to line it up on. I don't know how. I screwed it up. My lighting, maybe, I don't know. But I do like it. It's fun. It's kind of wonky. It's just a page. It's not like I'm winning any awards here for straightness, so I'm okay with that. But I really like that color and how it's similar to all the colors, but it's darker, so it really stands out. And then after that, I'm going to take the stamp set that Journals for Life had, and I wanted to do, my thought was to do first grade homework hazards. But like I mentioned earlier, it turns out this is not first grade. This was for kindergarten. I had it wrong. And did I at least document? I did document that it was kindergarten. So I get homework hazards, and then I get the first out. Well, first I was going to do the first in black, but I wanted to do the grade. So I was like, well, I can't do grade and first in black. They'll blend in together. And so I decided to do the pine needles again for the first. And so I'm getting those stamps out and making sure that they're going to fit in this space. And they do. And unfortunately, just because of the change in height, because of the two papers, I'm stamping over a paper gap. I get a little break in it, and there's like funky coloring. But like I said, I'm not trying for awards here. This is a nice page. It's a page done about a funny time, right? So it's fine. I'm fine with it. So I'm going ahead and I'm inking up in black and practicing stamping it. And this is where I'm realizing I should first, I don't want to do it in black, because if I'm going to layer grade over it, that can be in black. So I need to do it in the pine needle. So I grab that again and I stamp it. And then I'm like, I probably should double check that this is first grade and not kindergarten before I stamp it. So I get on there and I realized it's not first grade. So I remedied that by, it just says first homework hazards, and then later I will journal under this, and probably not the last. So that is how I save myself. And then I will journal all on the right hand side on that tag as well. So I don't get to use the grade or the year or anything. I could have done first year, because kindergarten was his first like full day year, but it just still didn't make any sense to me. So I glue that down finally, and then I'm going to start playing with the embellishments. I get out the stickers and these cute stickability stickers. I'm going to use my art, and I got a free little dots from Shimmers when I got my Shimmers paints, and it happens to be an apple, so I'm going to put that on. I'm going to use some of the ephemera pieces from the Journals for Life. I'm going to use a couple of the stickers. There's 2 pencils to mark where my journaling is going to go. And then I got a stack of books, and then the back to school book, and a ruler, and then I'm gonna pop up a camera, a Polaroid camera sticker on foam. That's gonna go in the upper left-hand corner. And yeah, just have some fun. And then final detail I'm gonna do is I'm going to take some black Nuvo drops and do a couple clusters around the main central cluster. But that is all I got left. So then it's just playing and looking. And the little things, little ephemera pieces in this collection are so cute. I do play with the idea of putting something down on the left where there's that cloud where the rainbow goes, and then there's the pencil and the triangle, or the what is it called? Protractor? Yes. And the paintbrush, I thought about layering some things up there, and I play with that for a little bit, but I end up not liking the way that looks. I like keeping it clean down there and like just letting that stand out by itself. But here, I'll add that little phrase here at the top, and that is what I have for you. So here's some close-ups, you guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out everybody else who's playing along down below. And thank you again to Sarah Scraps for hosting this amazing hop and letting all of us join in with her. It's so much fun to see all these, and I feel like this is just a hop I look forward to every year. So yeah, thank you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.